next week. So let's talk about our random question of the week.
Random question of the week for the month for this week.
And we want our
Doesn't make sense.
we want our viewers to get involved in this part with us. I'm going to ask a question. We're going to go around the circle. These guys have no knowledge of this question because I just got knowledge of this question about 20 seconds ago. So we've talked about our most anticipated games, obviously, a lot. Oh, you might want to delete that. Is that
Is that a spoiler?
spoiler?
From Dying Light?
Oh no, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. All right, great.
Just leave it
Anyway.
alone. Then. Whatever.
Yeah.
Random question of the week, of the month, of the week. Here it is. We've talked about our most anticipated games, but looking ahead to what is coming and what might be coming in 2015, what would you think? Who is your early front runner for Game of the Year? For Game of the Year, we want our viewers to be involved in this as well.
Going into 2015?
Just through the course of 2015, it can have already released. It can, just be announced. It could be speculating to come out.
I've got high hopes for the Order. I mean, it could go either way.
Did you see the Super Bowl commercial for it?
I did
It aired
not.
before kickoff.
I did not. Tell me all about it.
It's awesome. First of all,
All right.
You get a chance to. You really clearly see the Knights of the Round Table imagery within it, because you get to see the Round Table,
Right.
which is very cool. It opens up with a scene of you rappelling down a blimp, the side of a blimp.
Yeah, I've read about that scene.
Yeah. It looks
Because
really
you have
awesome.
to infiltrate the blimp.
Yeah, and
Zeppelin.
I was about to correct you.
I think. Yeah.
Is it a Led Zeppelin?
Probably not.
wait,
And there's a one on
wait, what's it? What was it? What I miss?
It's a Zeppelin.
It's a Zeppelin, not a
Led
blimp.
Zeppelin.
What's the difference?
Size,
Zeppelin.
I think. I don't know.
It doesn't have Goodyear plaster on the side of it.
Level of explosiveness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I feel like the story is going to be really great. Gameplay, I've kind of read mixed reviews about, but it looks like it's going to be one of those knockout PS exclusives that we've wanted.
One of the things that looks like this game's going to really achieve well. That's redundant. One of the things it's going to achieve is a good level of pacing throughout the game, like between the cutscenes and like part of the mission. I got to watch part of the mission that you're going down the Led Zeppelin. Is very stealth oriented, but there's other parts where you're just running and gunning through alleys, and for me those like that was what was good about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare story. It was extremely good pacing between the storytelling elements, you getting in there playing fast-paced missions, you getting in there with your drone and doing stuff like that. And I think if the Order can achieve that, and if the gameplay is like, I don't know, how long would you be comfortable spending $60 on, like lengthwise for the
Lengthwise,
with
a
no
good
multiplayer? Keeping that
good-
in mind.
12 to 15 hours is really all I need. Especially since it's not an open world game, it's just sort of a linear, story driven. You're going from point A to point B within the game.
How long was last one?
Way longer than that, right?
I mean, it depends on your difficulty and all that.
I'm a terrible judge of that stuff because I suck.
I think I spent about 15 hours playing on hard or something like that.
Yeah, I'm with you, 12 to 15 hours, and I think in this day and age to release something that has no multiplayer with it, it's got to be an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad they've taken their time releasing this thing, and I think they are going to deliver on a cinematic experience. So good choice, Seth. Great job.
Thank you.
Meximex on Twitch says Halo 5 Guardians is going to be.
Ain't no way.
I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Before the Master
kind
Chief
of
Collection,
busy.
I would have been inclined to agree with him, but I think that's cast a very negative light on Bungie. Or
I played
343.
His-
Whoa! Star
Bungie
Trek
has
Battlefront.
Bungie has their own negative light.
Yeah.
Has
Never
Halo
mind, I'll
ever
go into
won
that
a
can
Game of the
worms.
Year, really? Or?
Destiny.
I think if the Division dropped this year, it would pull it, but I don't think it's going to drop this year.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't think it's anywhere close to this year.
yeah.
In the year 2021, The Division.
On the Xbox One and a half.
I have no idea. I'm bad at this. I usually disagree with Game of the Year, so what ifs.
Did you just cop out of random question of the week of the month of the week?
Copping now for the week.
For this month,
am I
for
allowed
this
to cop out?
week.
Not necessarily, but we will go to bed, and I'll pull up a list of upcoming games in 2015. for
Okay,
you.
I want to hear that first before
Wait,
I say mine.
no, go. This
Oh.
is we're buying time.
Oh.
You're going is buying time.
I mean, you're gonna think I'm stupid for saying this.
yeah, probably.
Just because I've been talking about for like
I
15,
love you, Larry.
15 minutes or so. I think Dying Light will probably have a legitimate run for Game of the Year.
I was
that,
wondering that.
that game is. I mean, I'm telling you, like, there's rarely when I start playing a new game that I'm like, this game is just amazing. And what?
I've made my decision.
He's got
Continue.
his. You go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. What? Read some of them off for me though, because I want to make sure I'm not like crazy.
Until Dawn, Quantum Break, Star Wars Battlefront. You
Wait,
got
wait, wait.
Battlefield
Don't
Hardline.
give him a chance to steal mine.
Okay.
The Witcher. I think that game, with their big push for giving customers stuff for what they've paid for instead of nickel and diming people, I think they're going to draw a big crowd. And it looks like a beautiful game, and it's going to be a huge game. So I think they're in the running for it.
Let's see what we've had a lot of like fantasy games like that winning. You know, Dragon Age Inquisition.
The Elder Scrolls games.
The
have done
Elder
it.
Scrolls games kind of always seem to pull that stuff. So I can very easily see The Witcher, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't know if Dying Light's gonna have the kind of I don't know. That game is just rare that and especially in this day and age, that I've gotten a game right off the bat, played it, and I'm like, man, this game is just leaps and
Usually
bounds.
it's I don't even put it in the console and trade it in.
Yeah,
The classic Hankins.
yeah,
Old.
but it's leaps and bounds above like many of the games I played this year. So, yeah, I think it has a considerable run for Game of the Year. That's Dying Light. I mean, by the way.
Gosh, you have me at The Witcher. Like that's.
What were you going to say?
I'm intrigued by Until Dawn.
Go ahead.
Isn't that? I mean, I don't know enough about it. I was just I saw like a little picture and then a little write up in the last Game Informer that I read, with Uncharted on the cover that we talked about last week. But it just isn't that like the kind of dynamic experience, like based on something like how it quizzes you before you go in or something like that, like
Yeah.
kind of to get a gauge of a feel of what you're scared for.
Yeah, this was the game that I kept trying to apply to other horror games. This is the actual horror game that does that, where you talk about, is it more atmosphere or gore that
Right.
pulls you in?
It looks interesting. I'm thinking maybe it'll give me a few PT scares.
What is it again? Sorry. I was
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn.
Which that game does look kind of cool.
I haven't seen a thing. I've honestly not looked
The
into it.
picture in the magazine had like a blonde girl, like a really close up of her face, but behind her, and it looks like she doesn't even see it, is some kind of creepy, weird man. And he's just standing like in a doorway, and all you can really see is sort of his head down, maybe like a piece of his shoulder. It looked a little creepy.
Too many cooks.
Too many cooks.
It was only a matter of time. Mexi Mex says, never mind, it's going to be Battlefront. And again, I'd be inclined to agree if it weren't for the people that were making it.
If EA doesn't botch it, I think they have a legitimate
Yeah, they have a
chance at
legitimate
it.
shot, but they got to prove to me that, like, and plus, if they release around the December 8th, did you say 18th? Like, if they release
Yeah.
around that, is that too small of a window to get in there? I could very easily see
Go
that
ahead.
winning. Ben is, like, disgustingly shaking his head
I'm
as
just
if this
gonna-
is not
I'm
even
just
a
gonna-
remote possibility.
I'm just gonna change mine.
Again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I messed up. Fable Legends is gonna win Game of the Year.
It's not.
We talked about that like 2 weeks ago, and you weren't excited about it at all.
I'm not. That's not gonna win.
Moving on.
just banging my head against the wall here.
I'm excited about it, but I'm not excited about the multiplayer of it. I don't think that's gonna probably take it out of the running.
Okay. If I'm going to go something that's on Xbox One or PS4, I'm going to agree with you on The Witcher. I think The Witcher could take it. But is there a possibility that Zelda, the open world Zelda for Wii U,
Ooh.
takes it? If that launches this year, is there a possibility that takes it? Because
I don't. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I don't think there are enough Wii U players to take it.
But I think Zelda is going to be a console mover, and
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
with the way that it's going to be kind of open world, way more in depth, and it's so different than the other console movers on Wii U. It's nothing like Smash. It's nothing like Mario Kart.
Zelda games are really great about really mixing it up from what the last game was. I think really other than those first kind of like 8-bit, I don't know if you call them 8-bit or not, but those first games that you would play like on your Game Boy or on your NES, and then what was it, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask that ran on the same engine. But just about everyone has this crazy new dynamic to it. New weapons, new everything, or new takes on old weapons. Yada, yada, yada. And this open world thing, I think, is going to blow it out of the water. It's going to be, if not the hugest console mover, it's going to be a favorite among the people that play and write up video games. So
But I'm with you. Like, is it going to be enough to move the needle? But I think if there's any Wii franchise that can do it, it's going to be Zelda.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's awesome. I love making you upset by doing that. It's so fun. Meximex is like
He's just Ben Hankins in this
He's
whole
Ben
thing.
Hankins in this discussion because he's like, nope, changed my mind again. I'm gonna vote this game that's probably not coming until 2017 to be because Kingdom Hearts 3, from all reports, is a long way off. So,
But it will
I'd
be a
say-
contender when
Oh,
it comes
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I'd say Batman probably has a good run at it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But we can keep naming off
Yeah.
AAA games all day.
Yeah, there's all kinds of games. It's probably gonna be some weird.
It's going to be Telltale's Minecraft.
I'm
game.
surprised you didn't say Bloodborne.
I think Bloodborne can do it, but again,
It
is
may be
it is
too
it going to
niche.
move the like it's too niche? You have like Dark Souls 1 and 2 were good games, and they have a really passionate fan base in them, but it's not a big enough thing to move the needle. But
Yeah.
it's funny, we're talking all this junk about EA not being able to release something that's going to be Game of the Year with Battlefront, but they won Game of the Year with Dragon Age last year. And so Meximex says PGA Tour 2015, hands down, with the battleship rolling up on the green, running on the Frostbite 3 engine. That was the dumbest thing. That was the single dumbest E3 presentation. Was
We
the
had a
PGA
joke.
Tour.
What was our joke from that episode? I mean, that game was the joke, but there was a joke within it.
I don't remember.
Fantasy courses, but I can't remember.
Can you make your own courses in this?
I'm sure I could go back.
Sold.
We crammed PGA into every game we reviewed that day. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. So, now that we've named almost every game that's coming out in 2015 to win Game of the Year, that is Player 3 Podcast, boys and girls. We did it.